Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Adler Pierre Lewis. I am a college graduate student at Adelphi University, and for our final project for my computer software engineering class, we had to create a website, which would be a web-based incident tracker. An incident tracker meaning if I, for example, created a new piece of software or a video game, I might have people beta test and alpha test even, and then I would have to make sure I have a place where those people who are testing my software can go and speak their mind and tell me about bugs and different issues or incidents that they might occur, they might come across. So this website was done using Python 3. More specifically, it was used using different packages. The most notable one would be Flask. Flask was a very good framework for the website, and it made it very easily and understandable when creating this website, and it helped me really work with the code and such. This is the homepage of my site. As you can see, these are all different incidents that I have logged in during my testing of the app to make sure that it was working properly. And other than that, I think I'll give you a run through of it, and as I show you, we can talk about things that I had to do to make it, right? So first, any website is always best when you can track the people who are on it and track the things that are done, right? So the first thing was a login authentication. So with this login, if you have an account already, you can just come in with your email. As you can see, there are definitely many different testing accounts I did. And if you don't have one, you can register. So we'll act as if I don't have an account on this, and I'll register, right? So UIQ username at UIQ@success.com. Password is testing. So as you can see, the account has been created, right? So the email that I used was UIQ@success.com. However, let's see what happens when I put in some bad password, right? Some just gibberish. So just putting in anything that's definitely not testing. And when you press enter, it says login unsuccessful, please try again. This authentication was very important because without having a login system, you couldn't really make sure that any of the incidents uploaded were true, were actually of people who we wanted to be working on our system and stuff. So we don't want just anybody to get in. So putting testing, it logs me in, right? So now that we're here, as you can see, before we were logged in, we could still see the events, right? However, now that we are logged in, we can actually click on them and update them if we wanted to, right? However, if we log out really quickly and try to click on one of these, we still get the same view, right? However, when we try to update it, it brings us straight to the login. This is great because you don't want people updating incidents when they're not logged in and they aren't part of the community that you want them, that is meant to be using this app. As well as you want to always make sure that people can be held accountable and you can always track them as they're doing things, right? So let's just get back in here. Of course, testing, cool. So now, once we log in, it allows us to update the incident. So if I just change the tag, attempt number 3, this is still my first attempt, and just take out first try, and this is just my first attempt at living the good life. Confirm, it's been updated, and as you can see, this is my first attempt number 3, and these are all changes. If you look closer, you also see that this is marked active and it's being worked on by me, by my account. Above it, you can see the history, which is created by Adler Pierre Lewis, which is this user account, and it was updated by UIQ, and it's also been marked active, right? So if we go back to the home page, once again, we see it on the top. But if we log out real quick, let's look at something else. The incidents are about the same. You cannot create an incident until you have been logged in. So once again, really quickly, just log in, and now we can create a new incident. If you look at the side, attempt number 1 and number 3 were different tags, were different categories that we could have put into it, right? When we updated the app, when we updated the first incident. So the categories will always be saved here, and you will always you can create a new category just by typing it in. And if you type in an old category, it won't be replaced on this list. It'll just be there as it already is. So say we're doing bug testing. This is about a bug. Bugs. Hashtag bug. So when we confirm it, it's up. And so we can click on it, and as we can click on it, you'll see different functionality that wasn't there before for the other account. Because the only person who can delete one of your incidents is yourself, right? Anybody can update. And once it's inactive and it's created, it will automatically have a state of inactive because nobody has worked on it yet, and nobody is currently working on it, so it's not worked on by anybody at this point. However, if I personally updated my own bug and said this is better because I figured it out, I could confirm it, and now it's being worked on by me. So that being said, you can also delete, as we saw, but you can't delete anybody else's, so you would have to delete your own, right? So if I delete it, it's actually gone and it's no longer here, even if we refresh the page, right? So the last thing that I wanted to show you was the searching, right? So we know that there were, from what we can see, 2 created by either Pierre Lewis account and 1 created by the tester account, right? If we wanted to see how many things Adler has actually been working on, we can then see that he's created 2 incidents by Adler Pierre Lewis, and these are the 2 different ones, right? If we go back and we go down and we click on maybe tester was working very hard, and he looked and he created many incidents on this incident tracker. Just to show you, create incident, we'll put technology again. We could see bug is added, like I said before. Just add gibberish to these, right? Confirm. Once this is confirmed, you can see it here, and if you click UIQ, we'll see all the incidents done by UIQ. This was my incident logger, my incident tracker project.